Hello everybody! For this 7th episode of Waiting for the MDS, we head straight to the United Kingdom to try to understand why a third of the pack is made up of Britons every year. It will also enable us to spotlight all the charities dear to their hearts. But first, let's listen to Patrick BAUER launching this third stage.
Eh bien, bonjour à toutes et à tous pour nos retrouvailles. Je suis sorti de mon confinement, voilà, à côté de chez moi. Petite rivière, les canards. Ça fait du bien, même si c'est pour une heure, de sortir de son contexte habituel de confinement. Surtout que moi, comme je vous l'ai dit, je suis dans 45 mètres carrés. Et si j'ai encore un t-shirt orange, c'est que j'en ai 2 dans ma valise, 2 bleus, 2 blancs, voilà, 3 pantalons, etc. J'ai peu d'éléments, donc ça passe souvent à la machine, parce que je me suis retrouvé ici avec ma petite valise de voyage qui me suit, comme je déménage tous les 8 jours pour aller quelque part. Donc voilà, je suis un petit peu coincé. Mais c'est pas grave. Voilà, je suis content de vous retrouver. En tout cas, je voulais remercier tous les bénévoles qui participent à la web TV. J'ai vu évidemment l'intervention de Pépé, notre chef pisteur, d'Olivier, et puis également de Greg Norton, évidemment, Fred Lamoureux. C'est super de vous voir témoigner. Et ce qui ressort de tout ça, c'est quand même ce côté famille, quoi. C'est pas un leurre. On a quand même créé quelque chose qui sort de l'ordinaire. En tout cas, qui nous a tous touchés quelque part, parce que vous n'êtes pas les seuls à le dire. Moi, peut-être que je me bats pour ça, pour créer ça depuis de nombreuses années avec mon équipe. Mais l'essentiel, c'est que ce soit un vrai ressenti et que vous partagez ça avec nous. Ça, c'est un beau cadeau. Et je vous en remercie sincèrement du fond du cœur. J'aimerais dire un petit mot à Jeanne Brie aussi, qui a réagi sur l'idée que j'avais émise de créer... voilà ce qu'on pourrait appeler Ultra Trail Responsibility, c'est-à-dire éveiller les consciences à la nature, à l'environnement, à ce qu'on va léguer à nos enfants au futur, et puis en même temps peut-être donner nos larmes, nos efforts, nos douleurs, nos ampoules pour ceux qui ont plus besoin, qui ne peuvent pas marcher. Voilà, c'était aussi une idée. Donc Anne, avec les amis de Bordeaux, je vous salue, je vous embrasse. Et j'ai mon neveu là-bas d'ailleurs également, que j'embrasse de tout mon cœur. Donc si vous avez des idées, voilà, je suis hyper partant. Et puis également, je voulais vous demander un truc, parce que moi je me suis réveillé selon mon fuseau horaire dimanche, il était 5h45 du matin pour la méditation universelle. Je ne sais pas s'il y en a plusieurs parmi vous qui ont participé, mais j'aimerais bien voir les stats au niveau mondial, de savoir combien de personnes ont pu se connecter dans cette méditation universelle, planétaire. Donc voilà, j'espère que ça fera changer les choses. En tout cas, j'y crois beaucoup, puisque la pensée influence sur notre devenir. Et voilà, il faut croire croire intensément aux choses qui se produiront inévitablement. Voilà, c'est une règle fondamentale régie par l'univers. Donc je ne vais pas passer trop pour un mystique, mais c'est vrai, c'est une force qu'on a en nous avec l'esprit de pouvoir faire des choses vraiment extraordinaires. Mon cher Emmanuel, tu me demandais également quels étaient les lieux préférés sur le Marathon des Sables. Alors évidemment, il y en a plusieurs. Hein, j'adore l'Ergueznagui notamment. Parce que ces endroits, je les ai découverts avec mon équipe fidèle de pisteurs quand nous n'étions encore qu'au balbutiement, 3e, 4e année, puisque grâce au ministre d'État Moulamed Alaoui, on a pu avoir l'autorisation d'aller visiter tous ces sites que je vous ai fait partager depuis de nombreuses années. Donc j'adore spécifiquement le Znagui et puis aussi l'Erguezireg. C'est pareil, quand nous avons découvert ce lieu, nous étions peu nombreux, puisque vous savez qu'on a défriché quand même le territoire depuis 1986, date de la première édition. Et les autorisations nous ont permis au fur et à mesure d'aller visiter des provinces sahariennes, aussi belles les unes que les autres et des fois plus belles, puisqu'on a retenu notre attention spécifiquement depuis ces dernières années dans la province de Erachidia, que j'adore particulièrement. Donc ça, c'est un beau cadeau d'avoir pu découvrir ces endroits vierges, beaux, magnifiques, avec des couleurs ocre, rouge, jaune. Et malheureusement, je dirais, à chaque fois que je pense à ces endroits, je vais penser à mon ami Gégé. Nous avons déposé plutôt ses cendres par hélicoptère dans l'Ergueznagui quand il est décédé. Mon cher pisteur Boubou, fidèle parmi les fidèles également, mais lui c'était dans le Djebel Zireg. Voilà, on a perdu beaucoup d'amis et ces lieux aussi sont des lieux empreints de vie, d'amitié, de parcours partagés avec mes compagnons d'aventure. Et voilà, chaque lieu a aussi cette magie, mais a aussi ces souvenirs qu'on a en commun et qui sont durs parfois pour les uns les autres, pour les familles. Donc il y en a d'autres, je vais pas tous les citer. Il y a Malinos aussi, évidemment. Et il y a Gaston, le directeur des Dogtrotters, qui a créé cette belle organisation qui est toujours vivante à l'heure actuelle. Voilà, on a perdu des amis et voilà, les années qui vont passer fait que ça ne changera pas beaucoup. En tout cas, restons optimistes. Je vous dis, c'est ça qu'il faut pour se nettoyer de ce sacré virus. Restons optimistes. Hein. Je vois ma mère, elle a 85 ans, mais elle a des défenses immunitaires d'une personne de 60 ans parce qu'elle est hyper positive, quoi. Elle est toujours dans la joie, dans la bonne humeur, dans l'espoir. C'est pour ça que sa contamination n'a pas eu de conséquences très graves. J'ai eu la chance de pouvoir être auprès d'elle pour la surveiller. Donc voilà, c'est une bénédiction. Écoutez, je vous embrasse pour ce départ de cette belle 3e étape, si je dis pas de bêtises, Emmanuel. Donc je vous embrasse tous soir, je vous dis à très bientôt. À demain. Ciao, ciao.
It's fair to say that a lot has happened over the last 35 years. Now it's Steve DIEDERICH's turn to speak. He's in charge of the British contingent of the Marathon des Sables.
Hello. For those that you don't know me, my name is Steve DIEDERICH. I look after the UK and Irish contingent for the MDS. So we represent about a third of the total field. Given that UK, Ireland, small, world, very big, that's amazing. And a lot of people actually ask me and say, why is it? Well, actually, it's mainly our European friends who ask and say, why is it that UK and Ireland always puts together such a huge number of people? And I try and explain it's about adventure. It's not necessarily about the athletic part of it. Of course, there are. We've had podium finishers. So we are lots of podium finishers. We've had winners, if we can call Elizabeth UK entrant. We've had some fantastic results, but really what drives people to come to the MDS is primarily adventure, and most UK entrants treat this as an adventure, and boy is it an adventure. It's just one of the most remarkable things anybody can do, and you've got a very high success, very good chance of succeeding if you put in in the training and follow the basic advice. So I just wanted to spend a few minutes, if I can, just talking about a couple of people that I want to shout out to. People who are absolutely extraordinary that have signed up for MDS this year. First is Duncan Slater. Duncan is an amazing guy. So he's done MDS twice so far. He's coming to his third time. When Duncan first arrived, he got pulled after going up Jebel Utfal, where you got the ropes. You would have seen the video, right? It's the rope section. It's really steep. The view from the top is absolutely magical. And he got pulled. So I just wanted to mention him. And he came out the next year, and he absolutely smashed it. Did a fantastic job, and he's back this year. Remarkable man. And then the other person I want to mention is Kevin Webber. Kevin, right now, as we speak, is running a version of the MDS in his garden. Yep, he's got his pack on, he's got the hat on, he's taking his salt tablets, which of course, be more like Kevin, take your salt tablets. And he's doing it in the heat and English sunshine as well, so he's really mimicking the conditions. So remarkable about what Kevin's actually done this now. This is his 5th time he would be doing the MDS. So that's pretty fantastic. You're thinking, well, that's good. If I can now tell you that Duncan has done MDS twice with no lower limbs. He's a double amputee. Imagine that. If you think MDS is hard, imagine anytime it gets hard when you're out there, just think, Duncan, no limbs. It's easy if you've got limbs, right? Kevin was diagnosed 5 years ago. 5 years ago with terminal prostate cancer. He was given less than 2 years to live. He's doing, and now in his 5th year. Now the MDS marks his battle. Secondly, he celebrates being alive for each time he does it. And going around is the recreation. He's not alone, by the way, in recreating the MDS. We've also another shout out to Fiona Oakes, who runs an animal sanctuary in Essex for, I think it's about 600 animals, and she does everything for them. She feeds them, mucks them out, puts them in a remarkable lady, and she's also vegan, plant-based diet, and is one hell of an athlete. Go look her up, she's one hell of an athlete. She's also doing the MDS, her version of the MDS at home as well. So yeah, real great imagination. So my point as well I want to leave you with today is COVID has pretty much upset everyone's way of thinking about things, and maybe that's in some ways the resource one finds, the depth one finds, the strength one finds is not a bad thing. My point is that all of you that have signed up for MDS, frankly, you've got to be not quite right in the head, in my view, to do the MDS. That works really in your favour in these kind of situations. The same skills you need of self-sufficiency, digging deep, overcoming pain, figuring things out on the fly, going into unusual situations which you've never encountered before, and coming out as a winner. That are the same strength that will get us all through whatever's happening now. Anyway, I'm not going to focus on that. The news does that in itself. What I just want to say is hi. Really looking forward to seeing you in September, and God bless. I hope you stay safe and well, and look forward to seeing you there. Speak to you soon.
You're right, Steve. Duncan Slater is undoubtedly a legend of the Marathon des Sables. But Kevin Weber is maybe less famous. We're going to fix that right now by heading to Kevin's garden.
Hi, my name is Kevin Weber. I'm running the Marathon des Sables in my back garden, and I thought I'd tell you why and why it's important to me. I first heard about the Marathon des Sables in 1985 when I ran my first ever half marathon. It became the ultimate goal in running for me, something I never thought I'd do, and I just thought, how do you do that? I struggle with a half marathon, how could you do the Marathon des Sables? A massive respect to everyone. I never ran it. I ran loads of marathons, and then one day, sadly, only 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with terminal prostate cancer, and they told me I might only live 2 years. Do you know, when I went through chemotherapy and radiotherapy, I had one thing, only one thing on my bucket list, and that was a Marathon des Sables. I managed to run 2 marathons on chemotherapy. I don't think it's ever been done before on my kind of chemotherapy. And then a year later, I entered the Marathon des Sables in 2016. Just to get to the start line was incredibly difficult for me. I had so much treatment and I was hurting pretty bad, as you can imagine. Anyway, I got to the start of the Marathon des Sables, was just so pleased that I put my foot on the start line, because that's all that mattered. Do you know what? Completing it was a bonus, but just being there was enough. Anyway, I actually did manage to complete the Marathon des Sables. I walked it. I am never an athlete, I'm just an ordinary bloke, I promise you. And I still came about 560th out of 1,200 people that year. So it goes to show, a bit of running, a bit of walking, and you can do it. As you can see, I kept my numbers. 2016, I went back again 2017 because my wife said I should. I went back again in 2018. And I went back again in 2019. This year was going to be my 5th year with terminal cancer. Why is that important? Because every year that I do the Marathon des Sables is another year of life. It's the race I want to do forever, really. I've only got one tattoo, and that's on my calf. It's the Marathon des Sables symbol and a star for every year. Right now it's stuck on 4 stars. So when I heard it was cancelled, it was almost like someone was taking away the thing I live for, the thing that proved I was here for another year. And I had this crazy idea that just because it's been cancelled in the Sahara, and I totally understand why, doesn't actually stop me running it. And of course we've got lockdown. I mean, I know we can go and exercise, but reasonably we shouldn't be exercising for more than an hour a day. I had this crazy idea of doing it in my back garden. My back garden, as you just saw me run round, is about 30 metres long, I've got an alleyway at the side of my house, 20 metres at the front to run round. Each lap is about 0.09 of a kilometre. So I'm running the Marathon Des Sables every day from home. Today is midway through day 3. I'll have run just over 100 kilometres at the end. Tomorrow's the long day. I'm mirroring what happened last year, so I'm doing the same course in terms of distance as last year. Yeah, there's no sand, the sun is shining, there's no jebbles, but I promise you, running 16 bends per lap, because that's what it is around the garden, is pretty tough on the ankles and feet. One of my mantras is never give up and make the most of it, and I like to think that that's what I'm doing. So, you know, you probably trained for the Marathon Des Sables just like I did, and when it was cancelled, you were disappointed too. And what have you done? Just given up and waited, hopefully, for September? Why don't you go and do something in the back garden? I have other reasons of why I'm doing this though. I'm doing this to raise money. I do it for Prostate Cancer UK and the National Emergencies Trust Coronavirus Appeal. Those charities are really, really important to me right now. So far I've raised thousands of pounds doing that in the last few days. I said I hope to raise a bit more. You can follow me if you want to. I'm on Facebook. If you do a friend request, I will say yes, it's Kevin Webber with 2 B's. You can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @TheKevinWebber. And if you just want to find me on Facebook or want to find me and sponsor me, I'd be absolutely delighted. If you Google sponsor me and Kevin Webber, you will find loads of posts about me and the Marathon Des Sables. Find the one for sponsor me, and please, please donate. Every pound makes a difference. You know, 1 in 8 men are diagnosed with prostate cancer. Unfortunately for me, it will kill me. I've already outlived my prognosis by 3 years. It's spread to other parts of my body. It will get me, but I'm going to make the most of it. So please, please do your bit. Raise money for your favourite charity. Get out there and run. And if you can afford to, please sponsor me. I'm off to do another lap. Thank you.
Well, it seems that the lockdown is sometimes giving us strange ideas, but which make so much sense to those implementing them. We also have Caroline Constable, who started her virtual MDS at home.
Good morning, I'm Caroline, founder of 24/7 Running, the online running community. Quick plug for the logo there. So this week I should have been running the MDS. That's the Marathon des Sables, 156 miles across the desert, roughly 6.5 marathons in 6 days in up to 50 degrees heat, carrying probably an 8-kilogram backpack containing all my food and water for the week. So 10 miles each morning from Sunday to Thursday, and then the rest of the miles at home on my static bike. So today is 31k day, so roughly 10 miles out in the beautiful fresh air, and then 9 miles at home on my static bike. So I'll catch you later.
Distances stretched before us, far beyond the horizon, and the heat was extraordinary.
So that's today's miles done on the bike now and the run. 10 miles running and 9 miles on the bike. Highway to Hell blasted in the background at home after watching MDS videos. Please support my fundraising efforts for the running charity. Their website is therunningcharity.org. You can find links to my personal fundraising page on all the 24/7 running social media channels. The running charity use running as a way to help homeless people and people at risk of homelessness, specifically young people. They use running to help build confidence, motivation, positivity, goal setting, and all the things that we know running can do. So please do check out the running charity. And just a big thank you really also to the MDS staff UK and internationally. We're trying to get this race back on the road again for September. Big shout out to all the MDS runners out there trying to stay motivated, and thank you again.
Did you know that about a quarter of the Marathon des Sables participants compete for charities? You can find the list on the MDS website, on the Running for a Cause page, or publicize your own if you haven't done it yet. Craig Horton, whom we interviewed in episode 4, is also doing his own MDS for a charity. He interrupts his daily marathon to tell us more about it.
Hi everybody, just to let you know, day 2's done. 85k, so slightly over 2 marathons in 2 days, which for me, on hard ground, that's some going. But anyway, it's all about raising money and awareness for healthcare workers on the front line who are battling every day on this COVID-19, and why I can. There's possibly a tighter lockdown in the Netherlands on Friday, so why I can, I'm going to keep trying to do a marathon a day. So 3 more days to go. Do I feel pretty good? Hip flexors, which is a little bit sore, so I've basically run 99.9% for the last 2 days. So as with all ultra and multi-day events, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So I'm going to incorporate a little bit more walking, certainly on the inclines, and then run the flats. But now it's time to recover, take a shower, lots of food, and take a good night's rest. And again, thanks everybody, thanks for donating, thanks for all the personal messages, and it's really much appreciated. Take care, keep safe, thanks again, bye.
Now, let's head back to the desert to meet a father and son, Aaron and Jack Davison from Canada. What's special about Jack is that he was last year's youngest participant at just 16 years old.
My name's Aaron Davison. I'm from Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada, and I have the privilege of being here with my son, Jack, who's 16, who's going to take on this race and see if he can be the youngest kid ever to complete the Marathon des Sables.
Yeah, good thing, good job.
Are you okay, son? Yeah.
I just turned 16 years old a couple months ago, and I hope to be the youngest to complete the Marathon des Sables 2019. This has always been the pinnacle, like this is always the race I've wanted to do forever, right? And you hear so much about it, right? It's all over the news. It's they've coined the term the toughest foot race on earth, so it's always been my dream to one day run it and hopefully complete it, and so that's where I'm right now.
Juste pour info, le plus jeune, Jack, qui court avec son papa qui a 16 ans, sont toujours en course tous les deux.
I'm just thankful Patrick BAUER let me into this race, so I'm really happy for that. But my dad has done it 3 times already, so I hope to, I don't know, it's just special, right, to do it with my dad and everything, so we'll see what happens.
In 2008, I came here for the first time and ran the Marathon des Sables. And I think like a lot of people, the first time you don't know what to expect, so you say, I should probably come back one more time and see if I can do it differently and do it better. So I came back a second time in 2014, and then in 2016 I have 3 children, so I wanted to give them each a medal, so I thought I'll come back in 2016 and finish it again, and I did so, and I gave each of my 3 children one of the finisher medals and said, here you go, you can remember Dad a little bit by one of these. And then unfortunately, my son said, hey, I want to go and do that, and now I'm stuck here for a 4th time.
My dad is at the back of the file. I prefer to be in the middle somewhere, so he's too slow.
Jack, 1 or 2 buttons?
1, please, thank you. Thank you. My goal is just to finish it, you know, and drag my dad along with me and see if he can pull his carcass through one more time, so we'll see what happens.
I feel a little bit of pressure because I don't want to quit, because I'm actually, you know, not here so much for my own motivation as for his journey. So I have to really work hard on my brain. And now here he is, 16, he's not in school, he's hanging around Morocco and running through the desert. It's amazing.
There you go, my dear friends. Now we know more about our neighbours across the channel, and even a little further with Canada. And you also have all the tools to run the MDS at home while waiting for 18 September, of course. See you soon for the 8th episode. Cheerio, dear sand lovers!